How's it going, guys? It's Thursday. You know what that means. We got a very short, very not serious game. And this, believe me, this is about as short and not serious as it gets. This is against Nick, also known as SuperBlaw411. And we got two backstories going on in this game. First one is that I was like, you know what? I need some more pokes. So I found a setting in XSplit that lets you like split what you're doing. You get to show off your desktop and you get to show off the webcam. So I was savving while I was battling at the same time, and you know, people could comment on what I was making and you know what was going on in the battle. It was a pretty user-friendly and pretty cool like experience. I might think about, you know, I'll think about like streaming like that in the future because I thought it was a lot of fun. But I was like, Nick, I made a lot of new pokes, and you know, if you want to play them, that would be fantastic because I know Nick brings some weird stuff. And, you know, I didn't really bring weird stuff. I just made things that I didn't really have already. But the thing is that he's gonna punk me real fucking hard with this Qwilfish. First thing I should have noticed is that I was slower than it because I'm actually running a modest Hydreigon. I think he's running a Jolly Qwilfish, which I think is faster by, you know, a reasonable margin, I suppose. But he's also got the sash and whatnot, and what I forgot is that Qwilfish gets Destiny Bond, so I get rolled pretty hard right here. But you know, he takes me out, he gets 2 layers of spikes. I do have a rapid spinner, but I don't really think I'm going to need it in this match, you know, for a couple of reasons and things, I suppose. But it does take me down. A couple of newcomers in this are Sandslash, as you might have already seen. You know, I haven't actually used, like, I guess just a regular one before. And I figured, you know, it's about time I make one. But it's a double down, I suppose. So he's going to bring in a Swampert, and I'm going to bring in my Staraptor. He does not know that this is a Scarf Staraptor, which actually comes into play in the next couple turns. What I don't know is that he is a counter Swampert, and I end up critting right through his defenses. You know, that is a one-shot thanks to Reckless and whatnot. You know, the Super McVarial 900 is at it again. And, yeah, because he doesn't know that I am a Scarf Staraptor, he sends in his Smeargle, expecting to surprise me with the Volt Tackle. Not gonna work because I'm faster than him because Scarf as well, so, you know, different base speeds and whatnot. But there's a little bit of background, you know, while this thing dies. Me, NBZ, Fizz, and Tay were in a stream, you know, way back in the day. And I think Tay mentioned something about camouflage on a Starmie. And it was just kind of a slip of the tongue kind of thing, you know, a little moment thing. And we looked it up, we looked at what camouflage did, and then me and Zed were like, okay, we're gonna make this a thing. We're gonna make a set out of this, and then all 3 of us are going to try to use it, and the first person to use it has to upload it and, you know, use it successfully. So here we go. This is Starmie against Magio Stunfisk. Now what Camouflage does is it changes your type into a ground type on Wi-Fi. Now how that's handy is it lets me actually dodge the Thunder Wave and or the Discharge that we would have been tempted to do. And the other thing is that it has Hidden Power Ground on it, which is now Stab because of my new type change. So that's super effective damage. He was probably expecting a Hydro Pump or something of the sort, which is why he actually goes for the Pain Split right here despite having Scald. Maybe just caught him really off guard. I know I probably would have been caught off guard by that. But he goes for the Pain Split, doesn't get a lot back, and I guess I got minimum damage on the last one because this one actually takes him out without a critical hit or anything like that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is, that's Averagio, you know, getting a kill. I think Fizzy mentioned to me that he got away with, you know, the whole electric, baiting the electric and then changing the ground thing, but he didn't get a kill successfully with it or something like that. But I figured, you know, for today's game, it's short, it's stupid, it works. And the other thing is I should have gone for the Hidden Power Ground right here too, because I think T-Bolt is like 90 or 95. I've had this problem in the past, but I don't remember. I'm gonna say it's 95, and then Hidden Power Ground with the Stab is 105, so maybe probably would have gotten closer depending on damage variations. Who knows how much the 10 extra base power is going to help. The thing that he also didn't know is that his Durant has Truant, and that actually isn't going to help him out too much because I'm able to get off a Iron Head, and I know I should be able to take any one of his hits. I don't know what he would go for on me. The best thing is probably maybe Fire Fang, which I rarely ever see at all. But I'm going to go for the Swords Dance because I know he's just going to end up not being able to move next turn. And I don't even remember his last one. At this point, I was like, I got away with the Starmie. I don't really care about the rest of the match. I really don't. So I kind of slapped some things together. I know this guy is kind of old, and so is the Hydreigon, but the Staraptor, and then the Sandslash, and then the Starmie, I suppose. Those were just kind of newcomers. And then I had one other thing that I didn't even use at all. But here he's like, just go for the Swords Dance. And I'm like, okay, I'll humor you. I'll go for the Swords Dance. And then it turns out he goes for the Focus Punch, which I got a little concerned by because I already lost Staraptor, so I don't really have anything that is faster than it by default. I mean, I have Sandslash. If this thing dies, then I might have put myself in a really bad boat on accident. But it turns out I live it just because it's an unstab hit. And, you know, Cobalion has got a pretty good base defense. I'm at +4. I'm going to be able to take him out with close combat easy, and that's the game. I really just wanted to upload, like, if I could have uploaded the live footage for those 3 turns, I would have, because it was pretty funny. But I don't know why I didn't. I figured I would just upload this game and then just call it a day. I might upload some TCGS. Oh, my last one was a Wobbuffet. I named it Mrs. Nesbit, like Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. But that's the game. It was really just to show off Starmie. If you enjoyed that, nonetheless, you're welcome to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to your thing. I'll try to bring you guys some more material today just because I feel really bad that this is short. And then those of you that actually missed this happening live or missed the stream were kind of just gypped out of me for today. So I'll see what I can do. For now, that'll do it for now. And I will see you guys either potentially later or tomorrow.